Hello everybody, and welcome to the amazing world of RecRoom. Stuff I've been learning. Okay, so this right here is a button. It's a basically clear game. You click it and it goes up. It is very simple. Quick little tutorial. So let's do it over here. So first of all, you're gonna want your button. So once you get your button, you're gonna want, if you're doing it with the button, then you're gonna want a integer variable or int variable. So once you get this, for CV2, if any of y'all are learning CV2, go into surface. It's just great for organization because when you go to code or when you go to your circuits, it will snap it to the sides instead of just all willy-nilly. So connect that to an int variable. So once you add, you want to put this first input into there, second input there, and change that value to 1. So what this is going to do is when you click this button, it's going to add 1 to the value. Now, how it's doing this is because when you click this button, it's adding an input to here. This input is setting this variable right here to whatever this value is. Once you do that, you're going to want a button set text. So button set text is just going to set the text of this button right here. And after this, I'm going to teach you something cool. So right here, targets. It doesn't know what I'm talking about right here. It doesn't know what circuit this is. So target, you have to connect it up to your button or whatever it's asking you for any other circuit. So text, you're going to notice you can't connect this right up. It says no. If you try to, nothing's going to happen. So what you're going to do is go into here and do a toString. String is just any form of text. Like if I wanted to say hello, I'd have to do a string value. You put that in there and do this. Now, even though this is a number, it's considered part of text. So this is for a number. This is for text. So when you have all this, you'll have this, a basic clicker game. So for a reset button, it's going to be something very similar. So we're just going to go into our clone tool and clone our button a little bit. We're going to shrink it down, make it look a little nice, just, you know. Okay, so we're going to move this up right here. And what we're going to do is, right here, you're going to copy this variable. And real quick, I'm going to show you something. You can rename variables. So you can rename this to anything you like. Or you can rename any circuit, but... So, let's do clicks. This is not required for any circuit you do. But now, here is something I would like to show you. There's two variables here that are very interesting. Not variables, there's two things here. Attributes. Synced. Synced would mean this is synced up to every player in the room. If you turn this on, every person has the same amount of clicks once this is clicked. And there's cloud variable. Cloud variable is basically, if I want to save this variable, if I want this variable to be saved when if they rejoin the room, I'll turn on cloud variable, which cloud variable will turn off synced because you can't have synced and cloud variable. So we're gonna do this as synced for right now. No one else is in the room, but this would basically mean this is going to default reset to 0 because it's synced now. So now that that's synced up, I'm gonna show you how to reset it. So reset it, clone it. Do not get a new one. You gotta clone it, because cloning it will grab the exact same variable to be reused. So you'll connect this up, and what this is doing is it's resetting this 0 value. It's resetting clicks to 0, or whatever you want it to be set to. If you really wanted, you can set it to 100. So right now, if you click it, you'll notice nothing happens, but secretly, it's setting this to 0. So what you want to do, another button set text. Well, not another one. You want to reset the text. So now you got a cool little clicker game right here. And let's say you want to upgrade. Yeah. So we're gonna do a quick little thing for upgrading. So to make an upgrade thing, so what we're gonna want to do is we want to get another int variable. So we got an int variable right here. Connect it up to the button. Okay, so this int variable is going to represent our amount to click. So amount to click. So what we're gonna want to do is clone this up, move it over, and set that to 1. Now why we're gonna set this to 1 is because if you did it the first time, it would reset to 0. If it reset to 0, then I can't click nothing. And that's an issue. We don't want that. So right here, we're gonna wanna go into here and change this 1 value to this. So now if we do this, get this. And if we were to set it any other value, it will still add that value. So right here, we're gonna want to introduce you to something. So there's something called an if. If will only do something if the condition is true. So we're going to do connect that to there, and that to there. But now you may notice that's not gonna do anything. It's not outputting anything. We don't know what it's doing. So what you're gonna want to do is a greater than or equal to. So greater than or equal to. So this will detect if we're gonna want to detect if clicks is greater than or equal to. For the sake of this, we're gonna do 10. Just because that's easy to figure out. So remember, keep your circuits organized. If they're not organized, you're gonna be real pain for it later. So we're gonna do the same setup we did before, and we're gonna add 1 to this. Now you're gonna want to add 1 to this, not any variable, because if you were to do that, it would, well, it'd act all weird. So what we basically have is when I push this, that ain't happening. If I do that to 10, it will now you may see this is adding without anything happening. It doesn't care if it doesn't take any money away. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to clone this variable over. Again, this should be the last time you're going to have to clone this over. So once you do that, you're going to want to subtract. So subtract is like math. It just subtracts whatever you want it to subtract. So subtract 10. We're going to subtract 10. This right now would not be good for us because it's negative because we reset. So let's reset just in case. And almost forgot to do it. You want to set the button text again so that we're all constantly being updated. So you have that on my holster so you can still see the circuits. You'll notice that always going up. You reach 10, it resets to 0, and now you're going up by 2. And you can keep going up forever. Eventually, you'll get adding so much that you get high numbers pretty easily. So that is just a quick tutorial on how to make a clicker game. If you want more advanced tutorials, please let me know. And I hope y'all like beating random circuits.